Hi, thank you for joining us for Yarn Bite with Cha Cha Knitters and Knots. And today we've got a really special show for you where every project has a story. And our story today is going to come from our wonderful friend Elisa. And Elisa, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your wonderful trip to Chicago? She has lots of great adventures.
Yes, my name is Elisa Trevino. I went to Chicago, Illinois to visit my mom and my sister, and also we did a health expo on Amate Ahora, and everything went very well, and we were so happy that it was a good function at the health club. And so then we took some time off and we went to Live Knitting Vogue in Chicago and the Embassy Suites. And when I went walking, I bumped into Barbara Dingmast, and she was showing off her knitted knockers, and I fell in love with them. I wanted to come and get some cards so I can bring it to my knitting club, and we can do some of these for the patients who really need them. I like that she told me that she said that the prosthetics were plastic and they were very hard to carry on your breast, so she wanted to do these knitted ones, and they get together on Saturday and they knit them and they fill them in and they take them to places, hospitals and organizations that need these for these women, and I like that.
And if anybody wants more information, they can go online, www.knittedknickers.org. www.knittedknockers.org. And if you can see the prosthesis, it's made with very fine Puma cotton. And there was something special that you really liked about it, Elisa. What was that? Right in the middle.
It had a nice little nipple there. They're very authentic.
Very authentic, very realistic, and
Original.
It's beautiful. They don't have to be pink. They can be in any color. And there is an address where you can mail them, and the women will fill them up and send them to people who need them. This is wonderful, and you were very touched by this, weren't you?
Yes.
And you told me that your sister also gave a donation as well?
Yes.
Because they take donations, and your sister donated $30 for the good cause, right? And since you're so talented with knitting, this is one way for you to help as well.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And can you tell us a little bit about what you did at Vogue Knitting? Oh, here, I have to show you this. She brought back square needles. Square, you've never heard of them. And this is awesome. Tell us a little bit about them and what's special about square needles.
They're easier to use, and they don't cause knitting problems for your hands, and this could help you to even work even faster when you are knitting. And they're enjoyable and very thin to use.
They're ergonomically shaped, and if you think about a pencil has flat edges that makes it easier to hold as well. So you have a little better control. Well, these are wonderful. And show me the project that you just grabbed as you were leaving to Chicago, and there was a little problem there that you solved though. What happened?
Yes. When I went to on my trip, so I was going to be on the airplane. I was going to be there for a while. I grabbed something to knit, and I did, and I got a 10 and a 9 needle. But since they were plastic, they broke the tip, and it was hard to knit with this. At the edge, it was rough.
Looked like a straw.
Yes. So when I went to the knitting, Vogue Knitting, I just decided to look for some needles, and I found this man selling these, and they were so good to sell me them, and I've been working with them, and I enjoy them.
And there was a whole entire room of needles. So what Vogue Knitting, was it like heaven? A heaven for knitters? I mean, what was it like?
Oh, yes.
Were you like running through all the stalls?
I felt like a little girl in a
candy store.
candy store.
Oh, my
and
goodness. Oh, my
there was yarn galore. There was all yarn that it was brought from, I guess, from the sheep. And they were all the white color, beige, neutral colors. And they do dye them, and they have very pretty colors. And they had a lot of pretty things that they had done with these yarns. And there were big bags, small bags, and with thick yarn. That's impressed me a lot. And they were selling the pattern and the yarn too, so you can do the projects that you wanted to do. And there was also a room where you can sit down and test the needles and the yarns, so for your likings.
How awesome!
It was fun.
Once in a lifetime. Are you going to go next year and take us?
Oh yes.
The rest of us? Wonderful.
We would like to take them out.
This little lady here is so talented. Let me tell you how I met her. She was doing this lacy shawl with great big airy lace and little tiny stitches, and she was using like a size 9 needle and a broomstick handle, I think, something like that. 2 different crazy sized needles, and she asked me, now how am I going to get this broom handle into this little tiny stitch? And I said, it's impossible, you can't do it. She goes, no, there's a way. And I said, no, there's no way. So the next time I saw her, she had figured it out. She got the broom handle, put it into the stitch, and just very gently eased the yarn from the tip, and just worked it and worked it and worked it until she could pull out a loop that was big enough for the broom handle. Ingenuity, I tell you, nothing stops her when she's got her mind set. She's beautiful, she's wonderful, and as you can see, she really cares about people any way she can help them. So Elisa, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you again. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.